What's up, everybody? Coach 420 doing a meal of the day. We're going to be doing some chicken cordon bleu with Dijon sauce. Typically, your chicken cordon bleu is a breaded and fried chicken breast that is stuffed with some cheese and ham. We're going to be taking our chicken breast today. We're going to be butterflying that. So just kind of cutting it right down the center. Flapping it open like it's a pair of butterfly wings, hence the butterfly terminology. And to show you how to do that again, on our second breast, we're going to go right down the center. We're just going to cut along right until you get near the edge, leaving just a little bit of connection. Next, we're going to take some slices of prosciutto after we've seasoned up our chicken breast with a little bit of salt and pepper. So like I said, we're going to take some prosciutto. We're going to take some Swiss cheese. I like it nice and extra cheesy. And we're going to add on a little bit more prosciutto. And since we are not deep frying these, I'm not extremely worried about trying to make sure all the sides are closed. But I do want to make sure that that cheese kind of stays in there as we cook it. If we were to bread these, I would probably try to suture up the sides a little bit, maybe with some toothpicks, and then we would bread that up in your standard breading procedure, which would be flour, egg wash, and breadcrumbs. And then we would just fry that off in a 350-degree oil until everything was golden brown and our chicken was cooked all the way through. But we're going to go for a little bit of a healthier side and not deep fry this. So we're going to pan roast our chicken cordon bleu tonight. So now that we've got both of those all ready to go, it's time to start cooking them. Everything's all tucked away. So we got a nice little hot saute pan here with a little bit of oil. Got our delicious chicken breast stuffed with our Swiss cheese and prosciutto. We're gonna season up the outside of our breast since we already did the inside, again with a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're just gonna let these cook away using the extra steam by keeping them covered to help cook that chicken a little bit faster and more evenly, and not just from the bottom up. So you cook them till they're nice and golden brown on the bottom side. We're going to flip them, and we're going to continue to cook them till they're nice and golden brown on the other side. Now to make our Dijon sauce, we're going to melt off some butter. This will be the fat that we use for our roux today. When making a roux, it's equal parts fat and flour. Sometimes I've used bacon fat in other videos to make a roux. But the roux is basically a thickening agent for most sauces or soups. So once we've got our butter melted, we're going to add in our flour. Start to bring that together. Where it's still nice and creamy and smooth. A little bit liquidy. And let that cook just ever so slightly to make sure that everything is incorporated and you're starting to bring and cook out the flour. The more you cook this, the darker it will get, which will lead to different flavor profiles. This would be considered a blonde roux. There is a, as you go down, a medium and a dark roux as well. So the bechamel is basically, like I said, it's a basic mother sauce. It is thickened milk. That's really all it is. That's all bechamel is. It's basically just thickened milk. That's why it's a mother sauce. This is a base for other sauces to be created from it. So we started out with hot roux. We've got our cold milk, and we're just going to cook that. Make sure things keep moving so they're not getting all lumpy. You're not letting that flour sit at the bottom and just start to cook and burn. You're making sure that everything stays incorporated well and your sauce thickens up nice and evenly. You can see how it's already starting to thicken up. You can start to see some ribbons getting left behind from the whisk. We don't want to get too thick, so we're going to pull this off. Add in just a little bit more milk. Looking for a loose, creamy sauce, but still have some thickness to it. Alright, so then we've taken that off the heat. Our sauce, you can see, is still nice and creamy and smooth as it flows from the whisk. We're going to add in our grainy Dijon mustard. Always make sure you taste your food. Adjust seasonings if needed. You can see we've cooked off some potatoes. I've cooked mashed potatoes in numerous other videos. You guys can see how that's done in those. We're just going to take some of that chicken juice that got left behind as we cooked off our chicken, and we're going to add that into our mustard sauce to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And we've just finished up cooking our chicken to where it reaches an internal temperature of 165. Always want to make sure you cook your chicken all the way through. You do not want to make people sick by serving them raw chicken. So as you can see, we've plated with our mashed potatoes, our pan roasted chicken cordon bleu, topped it with a little bit of our creamy mustard sauce. You see that delicious melted cheese and cooked prosciutto in there. And there we have it, folks. Enjoy.